The United States ambassador to Guyana, Nicole Terriot, has voiced her disappointment over claims circulating in some quarters that she and the United States are attempting to interfere in Guyana's electoral process. The criticism arose after the ambassador cautioned that the U.S.-Guyana relations could be impacted if an individual sanctioned by the U.S. Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control (OFAC) was to take a seat in Parliament. The ambassador made it pellucid that neither she nor the country she represents has any interest in interfering in Guyana's electoral process.
I was stating facts. I was asked what being OFAC sanctioned meant in terms of the U.S. government being able to work with an individual, and I simply gave the facts that that have occurred in other countries where OFAC sanctioned individuals have been a member of the government, and how the U.S. government had to adjust how we worked with that government. And I would say the exact same thing today. I simply stated the facts as they are publicly available from the Department of Treasury.
Speaking to reporters on the sidelines of the Global Biodiversity Alliance Summit at the Arthur Chung Conference Center last month, Terriot had noted that the entry of U.S.-sanctioned individual Mohamed into Guyana's parliament could present challenges. She pointed out that the U.S. government would be required to avoid any engagement with a sanctioned person, even if that individual was serving in a parliamentary committee. However, on Wednesday, the ambassador clarified that her comments were meant to illustrate scenarios in other countries where individuals sanctioned by OFAC were involved in government roles.
We have absolutely no interest in interfering in your elections. I was asked a question, I gave the facts as I understand them, as they are published on our Department of Treasury website. I have no interest or intention of interfering in the government of Guyana's election. This is a sovereign country. You run your elections as you see fit. Where we're providing support, such as in the election security realm, it was requested, and we're responding. How you run your elections is entirely up to you.
Mohamed, the leader of the newly formed We Invest in Nationhood Party, was sanctioned by the U.S. Treasury Department of Foreign Assets Control in June 2024 for alleged involvement in large-scale gold smuggling and public corruption. The sanctions led to the freezing of U.S.-linked assets and visa restrictions against Mohamed, his family, and associated companies. Despite this, Mohamed and WIN have been actively campaigning ahead of Guyana's September 1 general elections, drawing significant crowds and media attention. Colwyn Abrams, Guyana TV 9 News.